what's up guys? Micah Mosey here. I'm sure if you guys have done a lot of looking around like we have, you guys have really seen that there's a lot of quick fixes out there for getting your ex back. There's a lot of lines or routines, stories, games, spells, actually stuff out there that's supposed to fix your ex's problem instantly and get you guys back together within an hour, 24 hours, 72 hours. But what we've really found is that all this stuff is just temporary fixes. And soon the honeymoon's over again and you're right back to where you started. Same problems, same issues. Now, if you are looking for a quick fix like that, like I said, there is stuff out there. There is stuff you can find and learn. But what we've really found is there's a better way. There are better ways to reconnecting on that real level and getting back to the real stage, like the real love that you and your ex used to have and can probably have again. One question that we get a lot from people is, how do I get them to call me back? How do I get them to answer my calls? And honestly, that's a very legitimate question, because you want to connect with them, you want to talk with them, you want to find out what exactly is the problem and how do I fix this problem? And how do you do that without talking to them? Well, that's exactly right. You need to talk to them, but there's a certain way to go about it. And it's actually kind of counterintuitive. The real way to get your ex to want to talk to you and to do it with an open mindset is honestly to not contact them right away. Don't call them, don't text them. And this comes from the idea of the law of attraction. When you live in abundance, or when you represent that your life is bountiful and full, you become more attractive and people want to be a part of it. Now the opposite side of that is if you live in scarcity, it's very unattractive, it's very needy, it's very value-sucking from the people around, and nobody wants to be a part of that. So when you constantly call or text or try to communicate with your ex, you're representing that you have scarcity in your life and you need something to fill a gap. Now that's just inherently unattractive. Whether you're single, whether you're in a relationship, whether you're married, when you have that neediness or represent that scarcity, it's inherently not attractive and your ex will not want to talk to you. And if they do, they won't do it with an open mind because they don't want to be there in the first place. Now on the contrary side, if you don't call them, don't text them, don't struggle to communicate with them all the time and let it just happen, let the communication happen naturally after a week, 2 weeks, a few weeks, whatever, they're going to want to talk to you because they're going to see you on your own, you still live in abundance, you're still happy, your life is still bountiful, it's still full, and they want to be a part of that. Now, it actually is just as easy said as it is done. You really just don't call them. Just don't do it. Just close your phone, put it in your pocket, and don't blow them up. And you'll be so surprised at how this works like magic. I mean, sometimes even after a couple days, they'll be blowing you up, they'll be calling you, they'll be wanting to get a hold of you because they'll be wondering, why does this guy not need me? What is so great about his or her life that they all of a sudden don't need me anymore? And it's the perfect avenue to open up the roads of communication. Now you're not using trickery, you're not using a line, you're just creating an era or an aura or an energy where you guys can communicate freely and fix the problem. Now for some people this takes a couple days, some people it takes a few weeks or even a month. It really depends on your own situation. The fact is, immediately, no matter what your situation is, you just need to not call them or not text them.